Hi guys, it's Alice. This is week 11, but it's only my 10th video because last week my computer was being difficult. But this week everything's working, so yay. This week we're supposed to talk about why we chose Hogwarts as our university. And choosing Hogwarts was a difficult decision for me actually because I've been thinking about university choices since probably the age of 6. My parents brought it up early, and so did everyone else in my family. Academics are a big deal for my family, and so ever since I was a kid, I knew that I had to work really hard and get into a really good Ivy League standard college. Anything else just wasn't going to be good enough for my family, and according to them, it wasn't going to be good enough for me. So when I got to the point where I was applying, I only applied to Ivy League colleges, and I got accepted to most of them, or all of them actually, but I ended up not choosing any of the ones that I had applied to, except I chose Hogwarts instead. And my parents were really confused, and my grandparents were extremely confused. But I chose to come here instead of somewhere like Harvard because I didn't want to get into a school because of my last name. Both of my parents are professors at Hogwarts, not Hogwarts, at Harvard. And I didn't want to go there and risk being taught by my parents because that would be extremely awkward. I would not want to have to call them either Professor Fortescue or definitely not call them mom or dad in front of the rest of the class, and it would just be really weird. And also because they work there, most of the faculty there knows who I am, and I know most of them based on different events and things that have happened socially where the professors get together and their families come. And so I didn't really want my professors to be discussing how I'm doing in class with my parents and be that involved in my personal life. And I wanted to have a chance to start my own life and not be where my parents and Edmund were, because as much as I love them, I wanted a chance of a life of my own. And I found Hogwarts because I felt like getting in there was going to be because of my grades and because of my community involvement and because I worked hard to get what I have done and for my success. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't get into a school because of my last name or because of my relatives or because of the amount of money I had. I wanted to get in because they wanted me there for my abilities and they thought that I was worth having. And I wanted to make sure that everything I achieved at Hogwarts or any university was just because of the effort I was putting in. And I felt like I would have that at Hogwarts. And to top it all off, I mean, they have a great campus. It was a really homey feel, and they're really liberal and open-minded, and they've got great arts programs. They really do. And they've got some great law programs, and since I want to be a lawyer someday, probably, that was a great thing to have around me. So Hogwarts just seemed like a really good fit for me, and I'm really glad that I picked it. And my parents are super supportive now, and my Aunt Helen was thrilled, and Edmund loves it. My grandparents, I'm actually visiting them now for Easter. Still aren't quite as on board, but they're warming up to it, I think. If only because I'm already 2 years in, there's not much they can do. But I really liked it, and I don't feel like I'm only a Fortescue. I feel like I'm Alice. I mean, sometimes it comes up, like last week at the Slug Club party. I've been confused as to why I was invited in the first place because I'm an art student, so Professor Slughorn doesn't teach me, and I was really flattered to be invited and really excited, but I didn't know why. And then when I went to the party, Professor Slughorn came up to me and he started talking to me about my family members and how impressive they are and how I must be going to have great things in my future because I was a Fortescue. And I mean, I know he meant really well, but it just felt a lot like all the other social gatherings I'd been forced to attend growing up, where I was just a member of a family who had been successful and had money, and so I was only important because of that. But I mean, it didn't feel like those parties because I went with Frank, and it was really fun, and I mean, a lot of the other friends were there, and Jamie and Sirius even showed up and managed to talk Slughorn into letting them stay, which was really funny. And there was an incident later on in the night where, with Punch, and it was kind of funny. But I had a really good time, and I was really glad that Frank asked me, because, yeah, so it was fun, and I'd probably go to another one if I got invited. So that might be another good part of Hogwarts, besides all the academic things and the great people here. Yeah, so that's all for this week, and I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.